My goal here at the end of this presentation is to challenge you today, and it's really about getting switched on in your life. And we're going to look at first the formula for getting switched off. It's possible to lose passion for what you do. Because I know there's some people who have a little bit of fear. Is that possible? You guys face fear every day. You've got to work past that fear. You get your body there, anything's possible. So we go, yes, 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 yes. Whoa! Yes! Hey, right there, beautiful. Woo! Nice job. If you lose the edge in life or get off track, it doesn't happen overnight. Is that possible?
I think it's fairly easy to be successful because so many people are satisfied with being mediocre at what they do.
Hi, this is Chip Eichelberger. Getting switched on is about motivating people to take action and own their performance. I challenge people to take a hard look at their attitude and their current results. I help them bridge the gap between where they are and where they can be. This video will give you a sense of my style, content, energy level, and most importantly, my ability to engage an audience. Getting switched on is about changing attitudes, changing perspectives, getting individuals and their organizations fully engaged and being their best.
When I lived on and off in Australia, that's where I got that phrase. My mates would say, "Oh, mate, you switched on, good on you." I'd never heard that before, but I knew it was good by the way they said it. So in that box right there, here's what it says. It says, reevaluate my routine and your life to get switched on in advance of each day, each customer walking in the door, each session you attend at this convention, and when you walk in the door at home. Switched on a scale of 0 to 10. Reevaluate who you're hanging around, what you're listening to. The danger is we get into these patterns, okay? On a scale of 0 to 10, where would you be right now? Out of 10, would you give me that? Let me share with you a little routine. Everybody stand up real quick. Grab your little card. Hopefully most of you got that little card right there. It says, where am I now on a scale of 0 to 10? Everybody see that? 10 is like, woohoo! When people, you know, how quickly do customers judge you based, how many of you, when you call businesses, you're shocked who they let answer the phone at some companies? Any of you? Do people judge you based on the way you answer the phone? You may want to check that out. Also, do people judge you based on your website? People judge you when you walk in the door. Okay, here's the thing. Like when I go home to my kids, I mean, I need to be 100% for them. How quick, everybody? I can't walk in and go, geez, that was a long trip. You just give me a beer and a half an hour, I'll be with everybody, okay? That doesn't work. Peak performers have a way to check in, okay? It says, where am I now on a scale of 0 to 10? Most of us know where 0 is. Is that true? How long should it take to go from a 2 to a 10? How long? Quick if you've got a routine. Does that make sense? Here's what I'd like you to do. How would you stand right now if you were at a 10? How would you stand right now if you were at a 10? Roll your shoulders just a little bit. Roll your shoulders. Big smile on your face. Shake your hands out. Everybody shake your hands out. Shake your hands. Look at me and smile. Look at me and smile. Everybody go like this. Go. I just won $100 from Jeff. He said I could not get you to do that. Woohoo! Okay. Here's what I want you to do. Big smile on your face. On the count of 3, you're going to go yes like that. Big smile. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Now where was that 0 to 10? That was about a 4 for what you guys can do. Go to a 10. Big smile. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Now was that a lot better? Would you agree? Maybe. Oh, the first one was a 10 though, Chip. We just got to hold us back a little bit. A couple of you are doing what I call the 2 to a 10 to a 2. This is what it looks like. Yes! Because here's the danger. Put your hands like this. Put your hands like this. Tilt your head again. Go like this. Here's the danger. Some people have been here so long, they think this is a 10. Oh, hi, honey. I'm home. Hey, you did. Now, I know that was a little silly, a little different, but motion does create emotion. How many of you do things like that naturally? Good things are happening to do that. I've taught my kids that. I wish my little 3.5-year-old Lukey were up here to give me a sass. Just for fun, I want you to do it one more time at a level 40, but hold it for 5 seconds. I share something with you magical. Go level 40, hold it for 5 seconds. Here we go. 1, you too, sir. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Now hold that. Turn around, look at your friends. Turn around, look at your friends. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Here's the money question in your business. Is it possible you picked up the phone and you didn't have this energy? Is it possible that sometimes after the 14th customer of the day that you don't have this energy? Is that possible? Okay, better than popping a Red Bull in the afternoon, knowing motion creates emotion. Maybe you go out in the back room and you do 10 jumping jacks. I don't know, take a walk. Take a 10-minute walk. Get out of the store. You can't be in there 12 hours at a time. Is that true? Okay, so here's the key. Put that little card up where you can see it. How often do you need to ask, where am I now, 0 to 10? More than once a month. Does that make sense? You can save that down day from being the down month. Okay, one more yes. Let's finish up here. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Have a seat. Very good. Have a seat.
Formula for failure. Failure is rarely a catastrophic event. Now think about it. We've got a good mix of men and women here. What's the number one killer of men in America? What is it? Not women. No, that is not correct. No. Come on. What's the number one killer of men in America? What is it? Not women. No, she screamed it. No. Heart disease, right? We know 1 out of 2 people in the room are going to die of heart disease. The number's getting better or worse? Worse, but if you look in the American Heart Association website, it's a true statistic. 42% of the heart attack cases, what's the first symptom? Not stress, not obesity, sudden death. It's true, 42% of the time, boom, never make it to the ER. But I mean, who's been in sales in this industry over 10 years? Can I see a show of hands? Wow, 15 years. Have you seen anybody come and go? Just a couple. And if you do an exit interview with somebody who fails, and you say, hey, what happened? Why didn't you make it in that territory? They're never going to say, gosh, you know what? I sucked. I didn't believe in the products. I didn't manage my time They're never going to say that. Is that true? Blame game's the biggest game in the world today. Very few people want to take responsibility. Here's the formula for failure I'd like you to write in there. It says this. It says committing a few errors in judgment. Committing a few errors in judgment and repeating them every day. That's how you fail. It doesn't have to be any massive errors. It's a few little things you do every day that get you off track.
Chip will exceed your expectations. He closed our national sales convention so well that we did 5 regional events around the country to lock in his message so my team could own it. To say he does his homework is an understatement. The quality of the events were first class, and the impact of the board break experience unforgettable.
How many of you are married, I'm curious? Okay, how many of you have friends? How many of you aren't going to raise your hand no matter what I ask the rest of the presentation? I'm going to isolate those. But if a marriage breaks up, it could have been one catastrophic blunder, Elliot Spitzer, or more than likely was just little mistakes, little things that people did day after day. Does that make sense? I saw an article here, and this is a statistic you can use with your kids. I mean, what percentage of people can retire financially independent in America, don't need government or family? What percent? It's less than 5%, but 95% they don't wake up at age 65 and go, shoot, where'd all the money go? That's not the day they went broke. The article here said 1/4 of people in this country think the best chance for building wealth for retirement is by playing the lottery. Not patiently saving and spending, right? I'm researching a new book right now. What happens to almost every lottery winner? Well, do they delay the gratification and take it over 20 years? What do? All at one time. Ruins them, okay? Today is really kind of a timeout in your life, because here's the thing. Some people say, well, I know I'm not taking care of this area of my life, but it doesn't impact anything else. Is that true? Multiple ramifications, okay? Because I think a lot of people are trying to get through the day. Is that true? You know? Trying to get through the day. They're not really looking long term. I was reading an ancient book on Zen philosophy written by Zen master Chuck Norris. Everybody know Chuck? Don't laugh at Chuck. Chuck will kick your ass, okay? Chuck was 3-time world karate champion, full contact, right? Ancient Chinese proverb. You need some oxygen for this? Everybody deep breath for me. Ancient Chinese proverb says, if you don't change the direction you're going, you're going to wind up where you're headed. A lot of people don't want to lift their head up to see what direction they're going, as they don't want to look at the consequences of what's happening right now. Is that true?
Chip, in a nutshell, you captured the vision and essence of the message we so strongly wanted our associates to get. You did a fantastic job of closing our 6 service summits around the country.